darling.
Hello, and thanks for popping in. Hello, and welcome back to Trends. Thanks for tuning in once again for your weekly dose of conversation. This week, we're delving deep into digital, and I have Professor Pinnaree from Sasin School of Business Management here with me today. We're at the wonderful Ritz-Carlton Residences Bangkok at Tea-makornn Tower, and you are watching Trends. Professor Pinnaree, thank you so much for coming here today. Can you tell us about yourself and what are you doing at Sasin School of Management?
Okay, thank you, David. My name is Pinnaree Tea-makorn, or Pinnaree Tea-makorn. Pinnaree is my first name. So I'm a lecturer at Sasin School of Management and also the AI strategist of the school.
What is Sasin School of Management for those that may not know if they're outside of Thailand?
Yes, sure. So we are a business school affiliated with Chulalongkorn University. So we are actually the first school that offers the MBA program in Thailand starting about 41 years ago.
I heard that you're specializing in digital, correct?
Almost AI.
Okay, yeah.
Artificial intelligence. Data.
Okay, so my first question is, do you think that with generative artificial intelligence, AI, and cloud technology, should this be embraced or feared by businesses in Thailand?
I think it should be embraced. And I've seen many excitement from the business community. Everyone wants to see how prolific generative AI has become and how useful it has become for business and how it's easy to learn for business, makes it very adoptable in the business, from the business perspective. And I also recommend that since the technology is moving every day, it's something that it's more optimistic to adopt more than to be afraid and like not learning what it is.
I don't fully understand all of the elements of AI and how it can impact business. Could I do a course at Sasin and find out about this digital disruption and how I can leverage AI for my business?
Yes.
Do you have courses for people who are of a mature age who would want to find out and learn how to use AI?
Actually, I am in the middle of offering the course right now. It's our first time doing this public. It's in one of our Demystified series. So I guess I have to go back a little bit explaining what the Demystified series is. So it's a part of our executive education program, and we want to demystify, many subject matters, whether it's like company valuation or something else, right? And of course, including AI and business. So I'm offering the course for the general public that who are interested in learning about AI and how that intersects with business and how you can take the technology and implement it whether to your current business or to build a new business out of these technology, which is we also offer it for our MBA programs. So the MBA program, the executive MBA program, I have taught the class for 3 years now. So, but this is the first time we're offering for the public, and then we're planning to redo it again probably in half a year's time.
That's fantastic, because I need a bit of demystifying about this digital disruption. It's scary if you don't know how to leverage AI to the benefit of business. So how long does the course last for?
Okay, so the demystified version, yes. It lasts for 12 hours. So on this time we implemented a 2-week, like 2 full day courses, 2 full day, each day 6 hours courses. So it's very short. In the future we may offer a once a week thing, but I still plan to make it still 12 hours.
And would I come along to Sasin School of Management for the course, or is it hybrid? Would I be studying online?
It will be in-person class.
Okay, great.
Yes. Yeah.
And what type of students do you have at the moment? What's the age group and the demographic? All Thai expats?
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. We have a broad audience. So we have, Thais, expats, we have Thai people who live abroad, age range from, 20 something to probably 50 plus, business owner, doctors. We may have many like hospital executives, recently graduated students. So it's a pretty broad audience.
And what do you see as trends in digital over the next 5 years?
Yeah, in the next 5 years, of course, I think generative AI and other AI in general is definitely coming. Other than that, well, cryptocurrency is probably will come back sometime later, but definitely predominantly it will be AI.
Crypto's had an incredible meteoric rise in value, hasn't it? From the original offering to the value today. Should I be looking at cryptocurrency, or have I missed the boat?
No, I think it's actually, you probably didn't miss the boat because the valuation went up and it actually went down. And so it was adjusted to the real economy, I would even say. So I think it's something that will probably happen in the long term, but it seems the technology has not found the right application for it yet. Unlike AI, which, since the arrival of ChatGPT, everyone seems to be, to see how AI is important for everyone, not just for techies.
Do you interact with ChatGPT on a daily basis?
Not every day.
I'll let you into secret. I do.
Yes, so not every day, but like very often. So yeah.
I've been working in the tourism industry for decades and decades and decades. So what can AI do for the tourism industry in Thailand?
Oh, there's a lot. So I think starting with more personalized recommendation of hotels that you want to stay, the bookings, places that you want to go. So if we have the information, for example, there's app like booking.com or Agoda, which remembers the types of hotels you used to stay. And so when you come, so suppose you're a foreigner coming to Thailand, and then it's your first time here, you don't know which hotel to pick, but then the platform had the information of which kinds of hotels you've selected before and you liked it, then it could have a better recommendation for where to stay or like places you can go. Next is analytics of the tourist, the profiles of the tourists who come, when they come, why they come, how like their numbers, the season, the festivities, which activities draw which people. That is also another application that can use AI.
That information would be very useful for tour operators in terms of financial planning.
Yes.
And knowing peak periods and the trends of tourists.
Yes.
So effectively, it's managing big data.
Yes.
And making and providing a more personalized travel experience then.
Right, more personalized travel experience, and also in terms of content creating, like marketing, we can also use generative AI to help us deliver the appropriate message or the message that will draw the attention of people, not just messages, but also images, videos, all the content that can attract people. Yes, and also like personalized like travel plans. So as you might have tried in ChatGPT saying, okay, I want to go to Paris, can you draft me, a 7-night trip? Then ChatGPT can instantly come up with places that, our people go to, our attractions. And so that makes, in terms of content generation and recommendations for tourism, much, much easier.
And as AI is developed and refined over the next 5 years, obviously that personalization is going to increase, I would have thought.
Yes. And actually also like the seamlessness of course, like the personalization will likely be more impressed by the receiver, so by the user. It will be more like to your heart. It's like you like it more than it used to be. And also in terms of like the easiness in terms of the producer, right? Instead of like taking 30 like weeks and weeks to research, what the customer might want, it will probably take down to maybe like a day or two to generate those content.
So we've touched on digital. What about robotics? Do you see robotics impacting the tourism industry and hospitality industry in the future, 10, 20 years down the line?
Yeah.
We're seeing robotics already in restaurants in Bangkok.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of them. Of course, I don't know when it will come. I cannot like exactly predict, when we will have like travel agents or receptionists be replaced by robots. But robots nowadays are capable of doing that. I actually went to China late in July, and then there was this small robot that can have a cartoonic smiley faces, and it can talk to you, it can show you around, it can ask you how you're doing, it can answer questions about the place. So that's where I see one of the first applications that would come for robots in tourism is to have robots as your kind of guide, and actually probably be even more informative for people. And with generative AI, it can interact with people in a more personalized way or in more understanding way that will make the tourists more impressed with the place.
I went to Singapore about 3 years ago and stayed in a hotel where I had no human interaction. It was self-check-in, and room service was served by a robot, very simple robot. And that's a bit scary. Is AI going to replace the jobs of people?
I view it a different way. AI will replace some jobs, for sure. Yeah, so I see that AI will change jobs, for sure. But since humans have much better capability in learning from small data than AI, then what will happen is that people will have to change jobs. So the job description for people will change. So instead of having to go through all these tedious steps, maybe those tedious steps, 8 out of 10 will be cut down for AI, and human focus on making the 2 non-tedious steps that humans are better to enhance the entire performance of whatever task that is there. Yeah, so it'll definitely replace jobs, but it definitely won't replace humans.
Is Thailand on track to be positioned as a digital hub, or are we behind the curve?
I think we're all right. I mean, we are probably not that behind the curve, given I think the enthusiast that I see in the Thai, at least in the business community. In terms of if you think of like the overall development, yes, we may not be as savvy as like Singapore or China, but I think we're definitely like on track for our sustainable development.
And my final question to you is 3 reasons for me to study at Sasin School of Management. Why?
Okay, so I think it depends on what kind of programs you are looking at, but
I need to get myself up to steam on digital and be one of your students.
Yes, I think that's probably the first reason, because I'm teaching there. We are probably the only business school who offers this type of course, AI and business in English. I think we are probably the first and probably the only one. Well, it doesn't mean that other business schools don't offer AI classes, but courses are designed specifically AI and business tied together. We are probably the only one. And I think the second reason that we all know that Sasin has a very strong Thai network. It's the reason that many of the students come to Sasin. But actually, in the near future, we are aiming to be the regional expertise for global excellence. So we will harness not only Thailand, but all the Southeast Asian expertise of our subject matters, and we will be kind of the global hub of students, or even like. And since MBA students include adults, right? So business people who can find the trove of the richness of the Southeast Asian business knowledge from us.
Because I see, when you look at the ultra successful business people in Thailand, many of those have actually come through the system at Sasin.
Yes, I think, maybe everyone, not just like many of them, right? I think one reason, and this is a personal reason, I would say, that Sasin has a very international culture. So, the classes, even in like the faculty are very open, the classes, the students are very open, and despite having a not main focus, but like a very strong focus in networking, which is, known for MBA programs around the world, the MBA Students Party, but at the same time, the quality of the courses that are delivered and quality of the students who are delivering their assignments are top-notch, which, because like I did my school in America, like I went to Stanford University for like 10 years. Yeah, so I did my undergrad in Stanford and then a PhD at Stanford. So I was interacting with like, the state of the art, the top class of the world, like the number one business school, right? You would say. And then when I came back to Sasin, at first everyone was asking me, like, were you worried that you come back to Thailand and, you will be working with, frankly speaking, another class of students, right? Which when I offered my first course, I was impressed that actually the quality of the students are not different. I'm not disappointed at all. I was very impressed by the work that they do. Students who took my course who never touched programming tried to program things themselves so they understand what AI is and they are able to communicate that to their programmers and their team and their management. So I'm very impressed.
And the third point?
And the third point. Okay, I think Sasin also have this focus on our mission and vision are mainly suited in sustainability and mindfulness, which is one of the core strengths. But by the way, we do offer many courses other than AI, like digital disruption, digital transformation, which students had quite a lot of positive feedback. So with these fast-moving world that we're trying to catch up on or trying to even sprint in front of those technology, there are also these elements that will calm us down. So even though we move fast, we're not anxious moving that fast. So the sustainability and mindfulness perspective of the school is what actually I think very attractive for people who live in the business world, that everything moves so fast, you have to compete, you have to grow the numbers, which can make life become stressful.
If somebody is watching this episode and they're thinking, this is interesting, I'd like to take a course, do you have a website or where can we find out information about the courses that are running?
Yes, so you can go to worldwideweb.sasin.edu. They will have the phone numbers and the contact information up there. So I think for the main MBA programs, it will be through the admissions program, and for special programs that are short programs open for the public, then you could contact the executive education department.
Professor Pinnaree, thank you so much for coming here today and sharing with us your views and also information about the courses on digital. I need to be ahead of the curve, otherwise I'm old, but I could become an even bigger dinosaur. And thank you for watching this latest episode of Trends. If you like the episode, please like and subscribe, and see you next Friday.